Yeah, we are live. Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Gumroad PR Reviews. We have Emmanuel with us today. And we would like to thank every contributor for their contributions so far and for their enthusiasm. It's been an incredible journey building Gumroad with the help of open source contributors. We have a lot planned for the year ahead, and we'll be adding many more bounty tasks. So hopefully we can get the same level of enthusiasm going forward. Great. Let's start reviewing the PRs. Oh, we have someone else joined. Is that you, Emmanuel?
Yeah, sorry. My other computer's screen stopped working, so.
I see. Cool.
But then, yeah.
Great. Okay, let's start with the oldest PRs. So the first pull request is from a team member, we will skip that. The second one is also from a team member, we will skip that as well. Third one, do not show custom field on manage membership page. All right. Okay, so what does this PR do? Hide custom fields from the manage membership page. Not useful to show, and it leads to customer support issues.
Arsha, are you going to share your screen?
Oh, I haven't. Okay, I'm sorry. I should be doing that.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah. I'll share my home screen. Great. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. Yeah, so we'll be reviewing this pull request first. This is about hiding the custom fields on managed membership page. So let's see how it was before. Okay, this is a membership product. And if we go to checkout, and if we customize checkout, we have option to add custom fields. Okay. Yeah, seems like they're making a purchase. I will skip that part. Okay, so yeah, in the checkout form, we can see the custom field that we added. So there's a sample question and there's a sample answer. Okay, so the membership has started. And if you go to the membership manage page for the customer, they have the option to edit the custom field value which they have set during the checkout. Yeah, so we show allow editing custom fields. That's true. Okay, they changed to I don't like it, and when they update the membership, it gets changed. Oh, did it? Okay, they go to sales. They should see that sale over there. Yeah. If you click it and if you go down, what does it show? Oh, it seems like, yeah, so we show an option to edit the field, but we don't really save it.
Yeah, that's the default behavior. So
yeah,
he's highlighting the product.
Sure. So ideally, we should not. Ideally, the seller, the customer should not be able to edit that field after making the purchase. Okay. Yeah, so that field is disabled now. We don't show the custom field. Oh, interesting. We're not even showing the custom field. I thought we should we show and make it disabled? Let me see what the issue says. Don't show custom field on managed membership page. Okay, we don't have to show it at all. Hide the custom field on the managed membership page. Not useful to show. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so they have run the test in local, which is great. A disclosure, nice. And also they have watched all the live streams so far. Super. Let's go to the code. Okay, this is checkout payment form. Show custom fields. They're adding a new prop. If we okay, if it's true, then we would show the custom fields, else we don't. Okay, it's being sent from here, so custom fields. Okay. Okay, property the payment form. So we can conditionally hide it from subscription manager.
Yeah, because we're displaying we are rendering these components in multiple places. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Where else are we? In checkout payment form. Are we reusing the same form in the update membership page as well?
Well,
This is checkout.
that would be my assumption because based on the recording, we are displaying it on the checkout, and then we are displaying it on the on the sales dashboard point of view, right? I think there are at least two different places where we are reusing these components, but we might as well verify the code directly.
I see. That makes sense.
So yeah, they have to basically prop drill that attribute.
Okay. Yeah, we can check whether we are passing that value. So customer details, show custom fields. Okay, so in subscription manager, we don't have to show it, which makes sense. So what else do we include this payment form? We can do a quick search, I think. Payment form. Oh yeah, we rendered in checkout as well. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I think we also had the same thought. Like Jonah commented, immediate thought was, well, that's a bit clunky. Whose idea was that? Yeah, it makes sense now. Cool. So the code part is fine. Let's look at the test. When product has custom fields, added relevant tests to verify functionality. Yeah, so adding comments like this is very helpful. Before each, okay, create this custom field, create another custom field. Both are not required false. One is text box and one is checkbox. One is text and the other one is checkbox. It hides custom fields on manage membership page and preserves original custom field value when updating the membership. Okay. Do we need this? It already does this, right? I mean, even though we show the value, even show the option to the customer to update it, we don't really update that.
Well, I guess it's a matter of being thorough.
Yeah.
We want to make absolutely sure that it doesn't happen, so we also protect it server side.
Makes sense.
Makes sense to me, in case someone wants to hack the front end or something.
Yeah.
We catch it server side, so that's fine.
That's fine. Sounds good. Okay, so this is color field. This is newsletter field. Okay. Oh, I'm just confused. Okay, so we are creating product custom field here and subscription. Okay. Oh, we are not going through the checkout flow. That's okay. So we are creating the custom fields directly on the subscription. It's fine. Okay, then we visit this page.
Although, yeah, what they are doing is that they are filling the form inputs, but since we are not displaying anymore the custom fields here,
yeah,
I'm right. Then yeah, it should not be updated. But I'm not sure. Yeah, we make sure that this is not displayed. Okay. But then, yeah, well, okay, we submit the form by clicking on update membership. But,
yeah,
I'm not sure this test makes sense actually. I thought that it was testing actual protection.
Yeah.
Server side, but it's not doing that.
That is true. And also in this PR, we are not configuring any kind of server-side protection as well. Right? We're just hiding the field. So
yeah, I guess it was because we kind of jump quickly to the test, but no, we're not. So yeah, it's kind of misleading the test title at the very least.
Yeah. So essentially, this test is not verifying this part, right? Preserves original custom field values when updating. We can mention that.
Yeah. We could shorten this test just to accept that it hides the custom fields, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And if we want to be thorough, yeah, we could add the server-side protection.
Yeah. Would be good to make sure we have server-side protection. Yeah, this test is not verifying. The test is not verifying, but it would be good to make sure we have server-side protection. To ensure the value won't get updated. Start review. Yeah, that would be the only comment on this, I guess, for now. So
I think it might be a need. I might be using a URL helper instead of the hard-coded URL when visiting the page.
Oh, this one?
Unless we actually want to test that this URL is to have that structure, I don't think so. We could just use the request helper so we prevent regressions. It's just regressions when should we want to modify the URL structure later on in the routine config.
That makes sense, yeah. That is true. Great. I will submit this review. 1 second. How do we minimize this? Is there an option to minimize? Yeah. 1 second. I'd like to show you as well on. Okay, so. It's wrong, right? And if you comments, please take a look. So discuss the PR during the stream. If you want to know more thoughts about this. And if you comments, and let's also trigger CI for this. So by the time he comes back, he can see whether there is any other test failures. Yeah.
Do you think we should close the pull request and we can ask them to open another one? Or can we do leave it open for now?
Since there's only minor changes, maybe we can keep this open. What do you think?
Yeah, fair enough. The idea is that when it's not minor changes, I usually close the PR and I ask to open another one. It helps us to keep track of the remaining pull requests that we have to review.
That's true, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I guess we can keep this one open. Should be
yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Great. Awesome. Let's go with the next one. So we just reviewed this one. This is in draft. Yeah. Auto apply discount code. So this was a feature which we tried to mention before Black Friday, but we were not able to do that. It's a very huge PR, and we have a green build on this PR, which is great.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So this PR essentially adds this feature. So we can set a discount code on a product, and if we do that, everywhere it will show the discounted pricing like this.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, that thing we didn't have to do for the Black Friday. Yeah.
Let's see the pull request. I think we discussed this pull request in the last review session. I guess so.
I don't remember reviewing it myself.
Yeah. This is the available discount codes controller. Okay. Why do we need a new controller?
Here to self-reviewed, so there's an explanation on top.
Oh, there is, okay. New endpoint for lazy loading product plus universal offer codes, capped at 20. Optional search. This keeps the product edit payloads smaller and let the selector fetches codes on demand. Yeah, makes sense. So we will show an option on the product to select a discount code. Search and select. Sometimes the seller can have thousands of discount codes. So we cannot.
It's used on many places, or it's used only in one place.
You mean this controller?
Yeah, like these endpoints. I would be interested to know where it is invoked actually.
Okay, my guess is that it will be used only in one place, only in the product edit page where we are adding this feature.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be searching for a discount code, and we will be selecting the discount code from the search results. Yeah, so product, fetch product by unique permalink. Okay, yeah, this should be a method that already exists. Authorized product edit sounds good. Offer codes, okay, we are getting all the offer codes here, and if there's a query present, strip the query, downcase it. Okay, downcase all the offer code.
Do we have to look up in memory, or can't we prepare in the database?
That's a good question. Ideally, we should do it in the DB.
Unless there's a strong reason not to,
Not
by
to.
default, probably be looking up in the database directly.
Yeah, my only concern would be this product and universal offer codes. Maybe that's not returning an active record relation. It would be an array. It's most like an array. Yeah, that's why.
Mostly an array.
Yeah. We can potentially make it work on query on the DB directly. But I guess
Probably,
we can. I guess we can keep this until we run into a problem. What do you think?
Well, if it's not so much of a performance bottleneck, on the short term it's fine.
Yeah. In most cases,
it's more about like maintainability and that kind of stuff.
That's true. In most cases, like, I mean, I don't want to say fixed percentage, but more like a 90 or even 95% of sellers won't have that many offer codes. But a few of them have a lot of offer codes. It's like this. It's very skewed. So this should work for almost all the sellers, I guess. Yeah.
Which is even more so like we are limiting to the first 20 results, even so. So like, this is clearly calling for a query on the database, like with limiting to the 21st results.
Yeah.
Ordering and all that kind of stuff. So it looked more like he didn't have a choice because it was an array, so he had to cover with that. And in the long term, it's clearly technical debt piling on. So it's all down to when do we want to choose to refactor that, because we do not know how product and universal overcodes where it is invoked anywhere else if we might break some stuff. So maybe it might be worth adding comments. Maybe ask him if he can assess this, if it's too big of a refactor, and if it's too big, then it's fine, we can leave it. But if it's not so much of an effort to actually do the extra mile, I think we could ask.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe we can ask them to add a comment in the code base that we may have to refactor this later. To explicitly mention that it's scoring an array. And also we should move this 20 to a constant. It should not be a numerical number 28 within the code.
Sure.
So yeah. Number one, please add a comment explaining we are searching in an array here which could become a potential bottleneck. But we can keep the existing code until it becomes a problem. Please move 20 to a constant. All right.
We could also move the serialize of our code method to a presenter. This is the pattern that we are adopting at the moment. So, but it's a need. Also, there's I would like to your opinion about this. I think we should be explicit about the attributes that we are returning.
Okay.
Like for example, the structure of the hash is we have the first key, which is an ID, and then we have the external ID as the value. I think we should implicit about the attribute that we want to render here. And I think the key should be external ID, because an ID and an external ID are not the same thing, and it leads to confusion when putting the code down the line.
That is true. My only
Uh,
concern around that would be is that we use external ID with the ID key in a lot of places, like for products, purchases, subscriptions. Everywhere we use external ID, but we treat it as an ID within the code base. So I think he's trying to follow that pattern over here. But yeah.
Yeah, it's you're right. It's probably part of a broader discussion, and again, it's down to when do we decide that we want to enforce this pattern, if we actually agree on that pattern, and yeah, so.
That makes sense. So let's see if we go to /API. This is our API reference. So I think we should have, yeah, all these IDs are external ID. And do we have any ID field? Yeah, see, in the API response as well, we use external ID.
Okay, so for the public API, right?
Yeah, for the public API. In this case, so I
makes sense for a public API though.
Yeah. So I guess we can keep the ID with the external ID for now, and if we are changing it, we should probably change everywhere in one go. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think that's a good idea?
Well, maybe a huge change, but it also makes sense to make it one go the way like we are migrating to Tailwind or to Inertia. It's part of like a broader effort.
That's true, yeah. Makes sense. Cool. Great. Any other comment on this controller?
Yeah, just moving the way we serialize the attributes to a presenter, so that we can actually test that presenter as well.
Yeah. Just to make sure, it definitely makes sense to move to a presenter, but do we have this pattern anywhere in the code where we serialize like small objects within the controller itself?
I'm not sure, to be honest. We were used to use as JSON actually for like small patterns. So it could have been something like that, I guess here. Or bigger patterns, it was more like presenters. With Juno, when we were migrating the admin to Inertia, we've been progressively adopting the presenter pattern for pretty much every endpoint for the sake of consistency. So that's why even for like small payloads. But your preference.
Okay, yeah, let's move to presenter. I'll just check whether we have any small presenters. Presenters. Anything with offer code already? Do we have any offer code, presenter, discount code? Let's see. Let me check out. Interesting. Code drops. Check out discount. Code presenter. I'm just checking whether we have any small presenters like that. Yeah, probably we can move to something like this, right? It will be some.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Please move this to presenter. Please move this to a presenter. Keep it consistent with the existing pattern. Okay. All right. Okay. I think that should be it for this controller.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Next is links controller. Okay. Default offer code ID. So that will be like the new attribute that we would use on the product. So I think there could be a DB migration for it. Yeah. So add default discount code integer.
Should it be an integer though?
Yeah.
I guess it's fine for now. Yeah.
Yes.
Race has been progressively using big-ints for that kind of values. But it's true that for overcodes, it's unlikely that we have billions of overcodes.
Yeah.
So I guess integer is fine.
And this could also be a generator. So what's the default in Rails now? Do you know what's the default value the Rails would generate if you do a Rails generate migration command?
If you add like a reference, which is usually a foreign key, the type is usually a big-int. And I think it's been like that since Rails 6. I don't remember, but it's been a while.
I see. Yeah, I guess we can check it as well. So 2025.
But we do have a lot of references with simple integers, since Gumroad is an app that has been living for a very long time, so it's normal.
I see. Yeah, but we should definitely use the latest Rails default, which seems like integer and integer is public ID, index. That's also star int to make sure we are looking at. Okay, so there's a big int addition on 2025, and what about 24? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, makes sense. We should definitely use big int.
Yeah. Oh, there's one caveat though. We need to make sure that actually it's not so much of a problem because we do not add foreign keys.
Okay.
But if we were having foreign keys, we would need to make sure that the primary key of the overcodes table would be a big int as well. Otherwise, it would break.
Yeah, but we don't have any foreign keys, so.
But we don't have any foreign keys.
Another reason not to have foreign keys, which is nice. We need to switch to big int.
Do we need an index here? Are we querying against this default discount card ID?
We probably won't need to query, right? Is there a case of querying links table with the default or with the offer code ID? I guess no.
Okay.
Yeah, should be okay.
If we have references like this, there is an add reference helper that does that for us, which assigns the begin type by default. So we can use that as well.
Okay, sounds good.
It clarifies the intent when creating a migration.
Yeah. Okay. So please switch to big int. Okay. Any other thing that we should mention is migration, or should this be okay? That's okay.
The migration adds a nullable foreign key. Well, it's technically not a foreign key. Plus index, and it's not an index, so his comment seems to be pretty inconsistent with what the migration is actually doing.
Oh yeah, this migration adds a nullable plus index. Okay, there is no index.
And there is no foreign key.
No foreign key.
Which we do not want to anyway, but.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Maybe this migration changed over time or something. It's the source command. It's no longer applies to that migration. Okay.
And null is true by default. So.
Which is true by default?
Null is always true.
Oh, always true by default. Okay. So we don't.
Default nil, it doesn't make sense as well. It's.
Yeah, we can just remove this, right, to keep it more elegant.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can potentially remove since that's the default. All right. Great. Let's go back to the controllers.
So he commented above that he was handling the update default record separately and not just adding the attribute to the mass assignments.
Okay.
So we can enforce code belongs to the same seller, and it's either product specific or universal. Anything else clears default instead of anything exception or bad. not sure why, actually. Ah, no, okay, yeah, there's a method at line 728. So he does,
Yeah.
he does a lot of checks there.
True.
Okay.
Okay. So update default offer code. Okay, now we
So
can
like,
major params. If it's not present, we will set to nil, which is fine. Otherwise, we would find the offer code ID. Okay, if offer code is present and if offer code includes what? Do we need this here?
so what is this doing? So we check if there is a default offer code ID in the params, then we check it against the table to retrieve the offer code.
Yeah.
For amongst the alive offer codes from the user.
Yeah.
Okay. If there is one and if it is included in the offer codes, yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. We don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need that, right?
Yeah, because yeah, it's already filtered in the line in the previous line.
Sure. So.
Oh no! Actually, not exactly. Not exactly. We fetch the offer codes amongst the offer codes from the user, and then we check if his offer code belongs to the product as well. So this is a different condition.
Oh yeah. Oh, we get the all of the codes here. Makes sense. Yeah.
And we cannot query it from the start in the database because we also want to check if the offer code is universal. So that makes sense why you did this.
Okay. Okay. So offer code is universal.
The thing is, do we want to nullify the default offer code if we do not find anything? Like, is there any case where the product already has a default offer code to begin with?
No. Since this will be a new feature, we can assume all products don't have a default offer code. But I'm just wondering whether this should be a part of product validation. It should not be in the controller, right? If you're assigning.
No, it shouldn't. It should be on the model, and you can add a specific context if you need.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely, regardless, you can handle that in the model.
Yeah, it should be a product validation. It should be a validation.
Because right now, what we're doing is that we are silently nullifying the offer code.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, we are not telling the user anything.
Yeah.
If we weren't able to find the product code corresponding to the value that he entered.
Exactly.
And
if it's a validation, then we can show an error message that you cannot
assign. Show an
assign.
error, and then the user can fix the problem on their end. Otherwise, they would be stuck and they would not understand why
Exactly.
the offer code is not applied at all.
Sure. This should be a validation also. If it's a validation, we can show a message to the user when there is a validation. Okay. All right. And also, if we move to model, I'm sure we can clean up a lot of this code.
You can move this entirely in the model, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe this will automatically do.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that thing.
Yeah.
Yes. True.
You can actually doing in the assign attribute method.
Yeah.
And when it's time to validate, we can check all of that.
Nice. That's true. Yeah. Cool. Moving on. Okay, we show old price. Okay, original price sense or undefined.
Sounds like a typing issue.
Yeah.
You don't need to put the or defined like this.
That is true. So what would be the other case? So I'm guessing the old price will be set only when there is a discount code applied to that product. So when there is no discount code associated with the product, what can be the value for old price?
In what case, sorry?
If there is no default code set, default offer code set for a product, there is no old price. There is no concept of old price, right? There's only one
Yeah.
single price for the product. So in that case, what can be the value for old price?
I see what you mean. Either it's the same value that the current price, or it's null because we want to explicitly show that there was no old price before.
Right.
So what's the clear intent here?
Yeah. So if we use the same price, then we have to check somewhere else whether the new price and the old price is same. Then show only one price. Otherwise, show the strike price and with the new price, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. Do you think this can be null instead of undefined?
I think yeah, it can be null. That's for sure. It's just that it can also be undefined. Actually, it's just that I don't understand why we have to explicitly say or undefined in every place we render these components.
Yeah.
Whereas for the other attributes like critical price, we don't need to do that. So I guess it would just be cleaner to have the proper TypeScript definition, so we wouldn't have to do this here.
That's right. So in that case, what would be the type of old price? What would be the type of old price?
Well, probably something like number or null or something. It's an integer because it's a sense, so
yeah,
it would be integer or null, I think.
Sure. Let's see where this is being used, and we can come back to this file again to comment.
Yeah.
Old price. Okay. This is components price product index. Okay. Is default. Okay, this is product discount. Okay, why do we need a default check over here? Initial discount code. We treat discount code as a client-side view of whatever the server decided URL code versus default. Okay. This effect just keeps the local state in sync with new server props, but still allows transitions like countdown, expiry. Okay, to update discount code without fighting props. Okay, so currently we set the discount code on a product from a URL. We can do that. So if you pass a code equal to discount code in the URL params, it will set on the product.
Yeah, but I don't understand. I still don't understand why it's needed because we set the discount code with the value of initial discount code of the line before with use state, and if an initial discount code here is a dependency of that user code, so not sure it makes sense somehow. Like if the initial discount code prop changes, well, it's going to re-render the component anyway. So
sure.
I'm not sure why I'm not sure what the use effect code is actually adding here.
Makes sense, yeah.
So I'm just trying to reread what he wrote, like client-side view of whatever the server decided. Okay, fine, but this effect just keeps local state in sync with new server props, but still those local transitions like countdown expiry to update discount code without fighting props. My question is how, basically, because I don't know how that changes anything. Maybe it's just like AI that suggested this hook, and we should be trying to remove that and see if it's actually preventing from doing the things that he says.
Without this. And also we are adding is default here, but I'm wondering where it's being used. Maybe it may not be in this component, but
yeah.
Discount.
Maybe if you scroll below.
Okay. This is edit.
Oh no, that's it. Oh, well.
Yeah, maybe.
So
Yeah, but we are passing. Okay, discount code can be.
is default.
Okay.
Value true. Can you scroll up a little bit more, please? Yeah, I guess. But it's a type for the discount. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And then the discount code is passed as a prop, maybe from to another component down there.
Yeah, no, looks like it. But this is edit, so we won't see it here. Maybe.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe somewhere here. We'll get that. I'm just wondering whether we should work without this. I'll comment like that. Okay, we can move along. This is product edit. Maybe we can come back to this file later because it will be a huge context switch for us. We'll skip all the edit for now and we'll come back to it. This.
Yeah.
Okay, all these are edit. Okay, what is this? Okay, all these are again edit suggestions, search of words. Product original price sense, no. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you did say it was a big PR.
Yeah. But
those are the tests, I think.
okay. But where are we using the is default prop that we added here? This one.
I guess it's a leftover from something because I didn't see it either. Oh, it's there.
Okay.
Or is it?
Oh yeah, we have it in preview. Let me check. So it should be.
Product preview.
Yeah, because we have the product rendered in the edit page, right? So we could be using it for that potentially, I guess.
So the preview uses the same discount application logic in UI, struck through discounted. Okay. Default discount code is no discount. Okay, and then true response. Default discount code data code is default true discount.
So we are setting it in true, but where are we using it? I haven't. Can I search for it? Let me.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see that being used inside one of the TSS files. Not here. We are setting it here.
I suppose there should be a conditional involving this is equal value and
Yeah,
it should be displaying something.
Exactly. All these are like, so we have it defined here and we are setting value over there, but we are not reading it anymore, right? It seems like it.
It sounds like we are not using it at all, actually.
Yeah. Using is default anywhere. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. Okay. So, great. We are back to product edit.
Yeah.
But again, I have one question. We are not using old price on the product, right? Where are we using it?
Yeah, we should look it up as well.
Nowhere in the PR.
No, it's not used at all as well.
Yeah, seems like we are not using old price.
But in his recordings and screenshots, we were seeing an old scribe that was like stroked through, so...
Yeah, because we have the functionality already. Not in the... probably not in the card, but we have it in the product page, but... Yeah, that's confusing. So, I mean, if we are using, we should be able to search for that keyword anywhere on the PR, right? It's not there.
Because is there a case like we already are using an old price value anywhere in the front end,
Okay.
and what he's doing is actually reusing our front end logic and just setting the right attributes so that it automatically works.
Got it. Yeah. Looks like that's the case. Yes.
Okay, so now it makes
Yeah,
sense. And
makes
maybe
sense.
for this default, maybe it's the same thing.
Oh yeah. So is default, but default is introduced in this PR. Right? There was no concept of default of records before this PR. So
Okay, so it's not the same thing then.
yeah, could be unlikely. Yeah, but all price definitely. Yeah, it makes sense. We have all price already. So discounted all price cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it has undefined value, so it makes sense to keep
Okay,
the
then it
undefined.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, the type is defined like this, number or undefined. Yeah, so that's okay in that case. Cool. Then we can go back to this one. So product or original price cents. Okay, or undefined. This is for card. Um, and what is the component that we are entering with that prop? It's price tag. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I hope the price tag already has the old price stuff. Yeah, it does. Cool, yeah. In that case, this change makes perfect sense. We can cancel it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Moving along. This, how many comments have we added?
That's
Okay, a few. Maybe let's do one.
15.
Yeah, there are only 15 comments. But in this session, we have added 6. Maybe we can just comment that and move along to other PR. I guess otherwise,
Yeah.
this PR can take a long time.
Yeah, a PR this size usually gets that number of comments anyway.
Yeah. And a few comments as a part of live stream. Please take a look. We'll review the list. So, yeah, we should be good. All right. Keep this here. Let's move along and close this, and this. Okay. Add Docker image for the app. Yeah, I think this has been in work for a long time, and we haven't been able to review this PRs. So the goal is to part of submission 1690. What is 1690? Okay, that's a closed PR. And are we? It's okay, but this PR is targeting main, so okay, we don't have to look at this closed PR. And issue add all-in-one Docker. Okay. Remake of PR 1908 with a better description. Sounds good. The project didn't have a dedicated Docker file for the Gumroad app. This file is needed to support a full Docker Compose all-in-one environment, so all services can run together for local development. Okay. Solution: a new Docker file has been added to build the Gumroad app image. It installs all system dependencies, Ruby gems, and npm packages so the environment is consistent across setups. Okay. The entry point handles the usual boot tasks: database setup, Elasticsearch reindexing, and launching media.
Looks great in paper.
Yeah. They have also added a demo. Terminal 1, okay, run make local. Build the app using, okay, that's separate Docker build command. And then started with, okay, we connect to the host, set the workspace, and mount the workspace modules, okay, node modules, and start the container. All right. Okay, let's. And this is a Linux machine, right? It looks like a Linux, or it's a Windows machine, okay. Because there's some differences between Mac Docker and other platform Docker, so we'll have to test it on the Mac as well. Cool, it works. Okay, no error was used. The code, we can go to the change files. Okay, the Docker file builds a container image for the Docker. It will use 3 volumes, one for Ruby gems, one for Node.js dependencies, and one mounted to workspace for the code. Okay, so it's reflect in real time without breaking auto refresh. Okay. This we need to fetch this from the .ruby version. We need to
Yeah, absolutely.
fetch Ruby version from .ruby.
Slim bullseye.
Huh.
Not sure what this image comes from. What kind of?
Yeah, I think this is
Is it like
Debian.
dependent on the particular OS or something?
Sorry, didn't get that.
Is it dependent on the particular operating system or
Yeah,
something?
this is Debian. This is Debian Bullseye. I think it's a slim version of Debian, but Bullseye is still old version, right? Just let me check. Debian. So what's the latest? I'll just say Debian releases. Just want to see. Yeah,
This is
Bullseye.
what.
Bullseye is quite old. I mean, it is supported, but it was launched in 2021 probably, and there has been other Debian releases after that. And if you look at this uses from Docker Hub. Okay, so Docker Hub Ruby. There should be official Docker image. So there is Trixie. Trixie is the new release, right? Yeah, this is.
So we could use Trixie, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense to use Trixie, but do they have a? Yeah, they have. Let me just check whether they have a slim version. If you particularly want a slim version, then slim. Yeah, looks like we have slim.
Same Trixie.
Yeah, let's see if you want. Yeah. And what is the version that we are using here? 3.4.3. I'm sure they should have a 3.4.3 version as well. We can search for it. Let's see. I'll just check our Ruby version as well.
I assume they would have an image for every version.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we are on 3.4.3. So 3.4.3. Oh no. Oh, that's
They
why
don't?
they don't. That's why the pull request author has to use a Bullseye.
Oh, makes sense.
So what about? Which means we should update our Ruby version.
We should.
Yeah, so 3.4.4 has this one, 3.4.5.
I've heard that the upcoming 3.5 is going to provide with massive performance gains.
I see. We should definitely upgrade to that.
It's not stable yet, I think. But once it is, yeah, we should.
Sure. So let's see. Makes sense to use Bullseye image here since we don't have the latest Debian release for Ruby 3.4.3, right? 3.4.3.
Yeah.
Could you add a comment here? We can use the latest OS when we upgrade to Ruby 3.4.7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, do we run YGIT as well?
I think so.
I assume it's by default starting from a certain version. I'm just
Oh.
not sure.
I see. I remember we setting this.
We're setting it anyway. Okay, so
Yeah. We are setting it.
We would just need to make sure that yeah, it's still there in his PR.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we are setting some environment variables. App DR would be slash workspace. Okay. In production, we use slash app, but they don't have to be consistent. We can keep workspace in local and app in production. That's okay.
What's the downside of putting app instead of workspace?
No, I think the general convention is to use workspace in development environment. But we have.
Honestly, it's the convention to do that.
I think so, because there's something called Dave container.
I don't have a strong opinion anyway, so as long as it's works and is consistent.
Yeah, could be consistent, I guess. So Dave container sample Docker file. Is there a sample Docker file? Here, anywhere here? Okay. Well, search for workspace. Yeah. And that does not have access to the files in workspace folder. So I think that this is the reason why they used workspace.
Okay.
In that. Should be okay. I guess AppDR workspace, bundle path, gem home, okay. Bundle bin, alright. And path, all these paths, okay. Interesting. Do we need to set everything, or is it possible to reuse path, like path equal to bundle path, and then we can just do a dollar path here? I'm not sure whether it will work in Dockerfile or not. We'll need to check, but okay, we can keep this for now.
Looks like he's being extra cautious here.
Yeah. Debian front end is non-interactive. I think that's to configure the logs, how it renders the logs. It's fine. Then we are installing build essentials, CS certificates. So these are like the standard stuff. I'm not sure about the phone stage. Where does this come from? Do we have it in anywhere in the code base? Yeah. Oh, they got it from our production Docker file. Makes sense. I believe these were at like very long back. I don't think we are using it anymore. Would be good to check and refactor later.
Yeah, it would be part of a broader effort to remove dead dependencies.
Yeah. We have these in production. In production Docker file, but there's a high chance we aren't using them anymore. Can check and remove if they are unused. Okay. This is new PG. Image match call is a standard stuff that we use in production as well. Okay. MK said, oh, we are installing within the Docker file. Yeah, because we run bin generate SL certificate command and it requires MK said.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Node, we are installing using.
Same here. Do we have like a node version file? The same we have version file in the code base?
Yeah, we do. It's 2017.0, but the problem is, I think we have the same. We do the same in production.
Got it.
At least we should be doing it. Oh no. I'm using it. Oh yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, same. It could be part of a broader effort to configure the version.
Yeah, but if we do this, how do we check the application against different node versions? That would be a problem, right? Ideally, let's say if you want to upgrade to a newer node version, then we have to go here and update it. Ideally, it should be picked up from the node version file. What do you think?
Yeah, it should be. It's just that since we're not doing it, it's up to us to decide if we want to do it now, and then we have to modify it.
Yeah.
we would have to do. Would we need to modify the production Docker file as well? I assume we want to.
Ideally, yes, but in the case of production, we can be extra cautious, right? We can upgrade only if we need to upgrade. But ideally, yeah, like we use the same Ruby version file in production, so maybe we can use the Node version file in production as well. But the problem would be that
give different versions of Node across environments.
True.
That's the trick question. Like, I guess if there isn't a massive difference of that version, it's acceptable for now.
Mm-hmm.
But should the most recent version of Node provide some breaking changes or something, it might cause us some problems on the line.
That's true. And also, when we install using the Debian packages, I'm not sure whether we can install the exact minor version that we want to install. We could only install what they have in the repositories. So in this case, even if we say we want something like 20.17.0, it's not very likely that we have the exact version in the repository. So
it's true. Yeah.
That's a tricky thing that we need to.
We can at least stick to have the same major version across environments.
That's true. Yeah, maybe we can keep this for now until we have a better solution for it.
Yeah, because it's not going to be easy anyway.
Yeah. And also we are installing specific version of npm. Where are we? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. This means we have to update in multiple places when we update the npm version. Ideally, we want this to be automated. Is there a way we can automate this? What do you think, Manuel?
What do you mean by automating?
For example, when we update in package manager, it should automatically reflect in the Docker image as well. When we restart Docker image or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's just that, this is already the case for Ruby basically. Like any version manager in Ruby is going to update the Ruby version file. I just do not know for Node if it's the case too. It would be awesome if it was. Then it would be easy because we just have to reference the Node version file everywhere, just like we do for Ruby. We just have to confirm.
Yeah, maybe we can keep a global list of all the major package versions we have. For example, there could be For now we can skip it. We don't have a better solution for this one. These are the image magic config changes that we do in production to correctly process the files, but I'm not sure how these are relevant for development, but we can keep this. Maybe we will keep this. Because when we
18 gigabytes, Well, that means from a developer standpoint, this assumes that every developer has a machine that has this amount of available RAM, right?
Yeah, but these are like maximum limits, right? So in most cases,
it's a maximum limit. It's not a minimum requirement.
But in our current local environment setup, we don't set these values. We just install image magic. So maybe we can remove this. What do you think?
Yeah, why do we? It would be we could ask why he's doing this, and if there's no justification,
I think they adapted from the production config. So we can say this is production config most likely. Most likely we don't need it on dev environment. Can revert. Okay, all this is standard. Workday is the app.dir. Oh, so what is app.dir?
The directory of the app, I guess.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. This is /workspace. I'm just confused with this term app.dir. So we use app.dir in the production Docker file because it's /app, but in this case it's /workspace. But it's okay. Yeah, it works.
Makes sense of a concept like this. Well, funny thing on line 75. They use the Ruby version 5, so.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Ruby.
On line 75.
Yeah.
We do copy the Ruby version 5, so we definitely can
Yeah,
references.
that's true.
Bundle config set path without production tests. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Gen foreman. Do we need foreman for if we dockerize everything? Like we run it usually, and it uses foreman because in order to run multiple processes.
Yeah.
But do we actually need that in Docker? I don't think so.
Well, I think we may still need that because the containerized services are the database, Redis, Elasticache, and Mongo. But
Those
we will be still running Sidekick, any cable, stuff like rpush and stuff like that as local services. I guess. I mean, I need to check how it works, but I think that's what this person is doing. So in that case, we would need format.
Yeah, shouldn't it be part of just the shouldn't it be just a different container in the Docker compose file? Referencing the same Docker file since we build the same image.
That is true. But if we do that, the only problem is that we will have to set up too many network connections in between containers, right? Sidekick should be able to, I mean, the app should be able to, not app. In the case of at least any cable, no, they communicate through Redis, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not supposed to be a bad thing. This is how.
Yeah.
Like, this is how production works. If we deploy like.
That is
there
true.
is a container for Sidekick. There is a container for the app. So it makes sense to have them completely isolated.
That is true. Yeah, it actually makes sense. I think we will have a clear picture when we look at the entry point file, which is the next file. Yeah. Okay. Now they are copying all the package file for node installations, npm install, then copy the Docker entry point, change permissions, and start the Docker entry point. Okay. And this is the entry point. Okay, we are creating a folder for PIDs, removing existing PID.
Yeah.
Okay, db prepare, alright.
Okay.
Run, okay, we don't really need to run this all the time, but okay, let's say we are running it. Oh, and then we are running bin dev. So
yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
If you are running bin dev, then we definitely need format. Otherwise, we can keep all of them separated. But keeping all of them separated can lead to another issue as well. We will have to change the flow. So let's say we have Sidekick, we have our push in cable and the application. So and the webpack and stuff like that. So these are we definitely will have to run the webpack within the main application server. That's okay. But
that's for sure.
Yeah, if we decide to go ahead with moving Sidekick, rpush, and any cable out of the container, on the initial run, and if you start Docker Compose, all these services will try to build the image concurrently or in parallel. Yeah, it will try to build the image in parallel, right? Or else we need a flow where we build the image first and let the Docker Compose run that image.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you could have the Webpack dev server as a dedicated container as well.
Oh, and copy the files using the mounted volumes.
Sorry, I lost the page.
Oh.
Okay, empty. So.
Oh, do you mean we can run the Webpack as a different container, but in that case we will have to.
We would need to build the entire image based on the Docker file that they created. Yeah, it's an image of the app basically. It's just that it executes the Webpack dev server for one container.
Okay.
Another container building the same image would run the Rails application. But there would be another two.
All right, but in that case, both and all these containers will need a mounted path, right? The Webpack will be generating the files, and application should be able to access those files. So, yeah, we can have a shared mounted path for it. It will work in that case.
Well, if it works, and that any developer can install the application in one command, I guess that's the reason we want anyway. So.
Okay. Yeah,
Either approach I will not feel strongly. It's just that if we want to mimic the the structure we have in production, then we should probably have an isolated container for every process.
that is true.
It's down to what we actually want.
Yeah, that is right. Let me just check what does this do? So bin dev, it installs.
It probably hasn't changed.
Okay, it generates the certificates over here. Oh yeah, the whole workspace is mounted, so we don't need any special configs for Webpack to do this work. Makes sense. All right, we are adding the Ruby default cert to the existing CA files, and we are starting using this format. Okay, so you're saying we can have different containers for all of them.
Yeah.
That is true.
This would also be cleaner for debugging as well.
Sure.
You could just enter the right container, like typically for the raise logs, they are
Yeah.
loaded with the logs of every other
That's true.
every other process.
Makes sense. So we got some new stuff running multiple services. The same container would be cleaner to have multiple containers for services. Say multiple, say different containers. Different containers for services like say sorry.
Sidekick, Webpack.
Yeah, Webpack. What else do we have? Any cable, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe even if we need it. But yeah, that's good.
Okay. And also, how do we run DB migrations in this setup? We will need a script.
We will need to execute those write commands through the container running the raise app.
Yeah.
So that would basically the Sidekick container would work, or the web container would work, basically.
Yeah. True. So we can see add a few comments.
So that would be docker compose exec container name, and then just amend the command that you want. Or you can also use like the Docker desktop app and just go into the container and execute that command there.
Yeah. Commands in this setup,
I was also hoping with this pull request, like we could just like run bin/setup and it does absolutely everything for you, and then bin/edit and it just starts everything. As of now, if I understand the PR description, you still have like you still have to do three different things in order for the app to be run. So I was hoping it would be easier than that with all that Dockerized configuration.
Makes sense. Okay, can we have something like make local and have that command run everything, including all the dependencies and all the new containers? Just make local and that's it.
Oh yeah, we'll make local. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Few comments. So we need would also be nice to have make local do everything running do everything should nice to have make local do everything including running dependencies and all the required containers. Alright. Okay. Cool. There's a request in the comments in the live stream. So 2180. Let's see what that pull request is. 2180. customizable receipts. Oh, yeah, this should be a huge PR.
18 files.
18 files, yes. 18 files and 360 editions, yeah. It's decently
Okay.
big. Okay, let's look at what the PR does. Resolves 1777. Customizable receipts. Add additional text on the receipt and customize the text of get content button. Okay. Context. Prior, we used to have a
There
feature.
have been many attempts for this issue.
Yeah, so many products. We used to have a feature to add text to email receipts. This was removed when we shipped the content because the content allows this level of functionality. Okay. However, it is still very useful to have control over the email receipt and button content. See your content versus join the community makes sense to maximize conversion and legitimacy of the product. Make it clear that the creator has added this content to the receipt so that the buyer doesn't get confused on what is part of every Gumroad receipt and what is part of product. Make it clear that the content has added this content to the receipt. Okay, we'll come to that. I'm not really sure what it does, but it does mean. Okay. We're not
It's like we are quoting the creator and not and not speaking on our own. Like it's not Gumroad. This is the creator in the receipt. Yeah.
Okay, nice. We are not considering multiple notification templates like Shopify. It would require hundreds of engineering hours. Okay. It's a nice idea to investigate later. I formed on the left that allows customizing the subject and body of the email received using a liquid-like template language. Okay. There's an example V0. Gumroad workflow email edit preview for inspiration. Okay. Current Gumroad edit page. Oh, okay. Okay, they're increasing. Okay, there has been some attempts. Oh, it's a lot of attempts. Okay.
Yeah, probably multiple attempts from also from the same
Yeah.
contributor. They may have been reviewed, so maybe this latest PR is
Yeah.
the request takes into account the reviews from the previous attempts.
That's true. I just want to see why this PR was closed. Having no preview is really bad, and the code isn't big enough to separate. Okay. There was no preview. Okay. Let's look at the current PR. The original PR with detailed self-review comments here. Okay. I'm opening this new one to address the remaining comments from the reviewer. Okay. Oh, you have reviewed it before.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at what you said last time. Can you open UPR when they are addressed? Okay. All right. So this is they create a new PR. Great. In that case, Iman, would you like to drive the review of this PR? I can share your screen via the stream.
Yeah, sure. I will.
Sure.
All right. So how do we share this? No, this one is here. Hello. Sharing share screen. What's the PR number already?
2180.
2180. 2180. No, it's because pool is singular. All right. So yeah. So let's watch the video as well. So I'm opening to this new one to address the remaining comments from me. So we add a receipt tab and receipt preview feature for the user to customize the appearance of the receipt. All right. Apply customization to the receipt accordingly. from that save data, okay? AI disclosure, okay. So, okay, AI was used and it was reviewed manually. Okay. So, the results. So, let's. Okay, we have no other ID. This is alright. Okay, so yeah, there is a custom message basically that has been added. The rest is a default template. There is also a button text, alright. And there is a preview like as requested. Okay, immediately. Okay, it live updates. Thank you for your purchase. It live updates as well. Okay, so this is like state managed in React.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Save changes. Okay. I want this. Okay, now. Okay, so we're testing the real deal. You see from the user statement. Okay.
Yeah.
And now we have. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so based on the recording, functionally, it seems good. Then we have screenshots for light side and dark, burns like this, okay. For desktop, from mobile. There's a lot of space here. Maybe we could like, I don't know if there's if you could like auto increase the height of this input when we are typing text here. But I mean, I know that with action text, for example, and tricks, it's by default, but we do not use that. So I wonder if with the current data that we use, we could do that. But it's probably out of scope. Okay. Yeah, and yeah. He's been chasing me for a while. I've been reviewing dozens of pull requests for the last 2 weeks. So this one got passed. Apologies, but I'm reviewing it now. Okay, so what do we have here? We have an internal endpoint, API internal endpoint, which is previews. Okay. Dev show, authenticate user, fetch by unique permalink. Okay. There's only one endpoint, so yeah, there's no only option. That's okay. If there is no product or if the product does not meet the transfer 404, that's fine. Custom receive text equal that, okay. Just few content pattern text, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Then we build the preview purchase in private method over here, which is an open struct. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, there are some shenanigans here, which we had to do because we are displaying the customized message in different places in the editor, and we are also displaying it in the actual email. And email templates is a bit tricky because we use pre-mailer, I think, in order to render the design for CSS.
Sure.
So he had to. And since this is a mailer template here, he had to basically hack into application controller renderer here.
Yeah.
Because I guess the current renderer from this context probably has some defaults.
Yeah.
It does not want to appear. So he has a crude bare bone renderer here to render the templates.
I guess we use the same rendering method to render the receipt even now as well.
Yeah,
I think so.
I guess we need to.
Yeah.
I guess we need to check that.
I'm seeing something like that somewhere.
So where's Gumroad here? So application controller error. Yeah, we do that like for installments.
Yeah.
For templates, yeah, we basically have this. But the reason we are doing this here is because we are in a model here. We are not in a control context. So that's why you do that. Same for the services, same for the services. So the only places we actually do this is because we are not in a control context. Here we are in a control context. So
Okay.
do we have to
let's check in parallel.
do this? We just render here.
Okay. I mean, is it a receive controller?
We are the controller, and this is application controller. So we inherit, or do we? Yeah, internal base controller. Let's just check.
Okay.
API internal. This is bothering me actually. Okay, so that API internal base controller. Okay. Yeah, it extends application controller. So.
Okay. Oh yeah. So currently, what we do now is that we have app views template for the receipt, but within that we render the customer mailer receipt as a partial.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is because he basically generates the render HTML there, and then he processes it with pre-mailer in order to have all the CSS.
Yeah.
And he render it as HTML, and I guess it's like dangerously inner HTML set in the React component.
Makes sense.
Because it's again, it's like it's an HTML template, so that's I guess that's the cleanest way we could come up without having to rewrite everything.
Right.
And it's a hard dependency with action mailer, so there wasn't much of a choice here.
True. Yeah. Makes sense. And it should work.
Controller next.
Sure.
So maybe have even like a suggestion just to do this. Should be working.
Yeah.
Layout email assigns. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because he needs those obviously. Receive presenter. Okay. And then 209 CSS. HTML save layout false. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless he's doing this, because I also know that in a control there, if we render things twice, there might be a double render error that might be raised. So.
Oh yeah, we have to return after running. So it should like return render.
We do not want to return anything here.
Yeah.
It's just that it's a default base behavior to check for multiple render triggers.
Yeah.
So maybe I had to do this here because of that. So I will let him respond.
But Emmanuel, if we call render over there, it would it return the rendered output as string? It doesn't, right?
That's the one thing I'm not exactly sure about. Like this is supposed to be a string. It's an HTML string.
But I'm not sure if the value, if the return value of just a render would be a string or not. It is very unlikely to be a string as well, because it will also contain the response code. I mean, if it returns anything, then it will contain both body and the response code.
Yeah. So I think this is probably the right thing to do here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to delete my comment.
Sure.
A preview purchase with an open struct. I guess why not for now. Link seller created that. I would be fine for having a dedicated model for this. Not every model has to be backed with a database table. It can be a plain Ruby object. We can just define it so that it's explicitly clear what we expect for this object.
Okay.
And then validate it, that kind of stuff. So if you agree, we could just add something like we could define a dedicated model object with proper validation rules in order to document with code what attributes we expect instead of an open struct.
Yeah.
Open struct, in my opinion, is fine like for tiny structures that are not complex. This one is quite large, so I guess I would have dedicated model for this.
Sure.
Right. It could be like purchase preview it could be named preview so that it's explicit about the purpose,
Right.
about the intent. Okay, so this is the input for the custom receipt text, value or change, max length, field set, label. Okay, so it's a sample text area. Okay, I assume we do not want to allow any kind of markup for the simple text is fine.
Yeah.
For the text, right? So if so, then I guess it's absolutely fine with this. Why do we have user ID here? UID and then label text area. Okay, so yeah, so when we click on the label,
should focus the text area.
Okay, that's fine. So max length, what would be the max length here? What would be the max length here? Project custom receipt text of the, okay, so it's passed on from the backend, so that's great. Or change EVT target value. Okay, sounds good. And then the custom view content button text input. Okay, so same thing basically, but for the call to action button. Customize download button text and receipts, input pages, max length characters. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Receipt index.ts6. Okay, so it's a top-down organization of files within index files here. Okay, so export cons receipt. Okay, use protected context. Okay, I guess this is already existing file. Here preview. I assume this was already existing.
Okay.
I assume this is copy pasted because ideally we shouldn't need those bind method here.
Sure.
But yeah, my assumption is that it was it's a pattern that he's repeated from somewhere else. Value product custom, okay, on change, update product, max name, okay. Yeah. Seems good. Previous case factors you for show border true. Okay, so yeah, he's editing the layout here so that in the preview we can see the custom receipt text. So, okay. Service child link to root path receipt. Okay, this should be a URL helper here.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there is that as wait, it's a bit more complicated than that. Actually, it's defined here.
Okay.
Product unit predicated. So this should have been actually, well, the way it's constructed, I'm not sure why we are doing this. Is it because it's not a URL helper? It's the current legacy pattern where we use like React on Rails, and then we have React router for stuff. So we are actually obliged to construct those routes this way.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And also,
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the case.
Yeah, and also, are we actually appending route path? I mean, slash receipt to the route path. So it would be like slash edit slash receipt. I don't think that we have a path like that.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth verifying. So that would be
Is there any
slash receipt. Yeah,
Oh, there
that's
it is.
how it's constructed here. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, let's see.
So yeah, it's defined using React router. So when we migrate to Inertia, we want to start doing that and having dedicated endpoints for that. So.
Got it.
But it's not yet migrated to Inertia, so he had to do this.
Makes sense.
Okay, so back to receipts. I think it was like this. Nope. This. Where was I? I guess I was here. Yeah. So unfortunately, it's not the case here. Um, we can do not to self once we migrate to inertia.
Yeah.
So it's not blocking for this PR at all. We understand why it was looked that way. That being said, root path, yeah. So he reuses root path because he wants a strong reference, and I think it's fine.
Yeah. Should we name it as road path? I think that's what we use now, right? Okay. Yeah, we can keep it as road path itself. It's okay.
Yeah, it was part of the old code anyway, so yeah. He's been reusing the different pattern, and it's pretty understandable in my opinion.
Okay.
Save is return a promise, and then we, okay, yeah, so. Yeah, I don't understand what's coming here. Okay, there's a show navigation button here with a preview link. Like, why do we need to do this? Okay, it's but why do we have the show navigation button option here? Right. Wait. This is the product edit, okay, and then show navigation button show. I guess because we are toggling this at some point. But why?
So what is the case when we don't have to show the navigation button? By navigation button, that's the join or view current page, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The scale factor, okay, then style, okay, this is just code that is moved, but show border, yeah, okay. Yeah, because now, yeah, you will, if you actually display a custom receipt text, then it was framed within borders. If right. You check the PH, no, that's not the right pull request. That's 2180. So it's here basically. If we have like a custom text, I think it's about like those borders over here. Not exactly sure to be honest, but I assume it's this. And then yeah, he's forced to basically return an empty hash because this type affects it. Okay. Receipt preview, right? Unique permit, use predicted context. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's here. The HTML that is set. It's here. So yeah, it is. Okay. So it is a URL over here. I need to now put receipt preview path. Right. So receipt preview. Where is it rendered anyway? So it's here. Layout. Okay. Preview. Receipt preview. Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
Interesting. One question, yes. One question, but not related to the file that we are reviewing. Are we sanitizing the input from the receipt HTML before showing it to the user?
Sorry, say that again.
Are we sanitizing the rendered HTML anywhere?
Yeah, probably here actually.
Before showing to the seller.
Yeah, I just want to check where is it. Receipt HTML. It's probably there.
Okay.
Set receipt. Here, right there. Then receipt setting HTML here.
Okay, but we are not sanitizing, right? Preview is fine. But are we sanitizing before showing to the user?
Well, not explicitly at the very least, as far as I saw. Okay. What we would need to check is here. Does this HTML safe?
Oh, okay.
So it's.
It should be okay.
Brakeman would say that it's not enough.
Yeah.
So there is a sanitized header in available in action before this, but it might be too strong. So I guess we want to assess how the mailer template is constructed, so we actually see what's inside.
Yeah, and also how do we currently render the HTML from the rich content editor. Do we allow HTML input in it? I'm not really sure. If we do, then are we sanitizing it? I just want to make sure that we shouldn't, there is no security risk with allowing user to set HTML.
Yeah, so it's render customer mail receipt.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's here. Wait. Customer mail receipt. I don't understand. I am customer mail receipt. Oh, right, it's a partial. So it's there. And then, yeah, so it's a cascade. So we have like a lot of stuff in receipts. It's hard to tell actually. So yeah.
Interesting.
The note is there. Well, we definitely render the server values, but auto-link. It's hard to tell at first glance how we need to sanitize this.
Yeah.
Like, so HTML safe is basically like the bare minimum of what we can do for sanitizing this HTML.
Yeah.
I guess we could run. I guess we could.
Yeah, maybe before mentioning the because we can just make sure is security-wise it's safe. Yeah, but we can.
Yeah. So. We need to make sure that this is sufficiently sanitized. Is HTML safe enough based on the current ERB template contents, or do we need to stronger sanitization? Sanitization with the sanitize helper.
Right.
If so, is there any risk that the template would break? E.g. tags that are stripped by mistake. Okay.
Sure.
Because with this helper, basically, it strips a lot of tags that are considered dangerous.
Yeah.
But maybe some of them are sensitive, and we want them to be there for a good reason. So we need to basically prevent that.
Sure.
Okay. So dangerously set. Okay. So we were here. So this is an HTML request because we render HTML from the server, alright? So, which makes this endpoint a bit, well, weird in a way. Like this is supposed to be like an internal API endpoint. Usually we expect JSON for that. So does it have to be like in the API internal namespace, or should it be somewhere else? It's a this, so. It's not exactly blocking, but and anyway, it will be probably refactored when we migrate this to inertia. So not a strong take here. We await technical response text here, separate HTML. Okay, that's fine. So we also have the response in separate HTML. Use the mouse callback. Fetch receipt preview. Yeah. Okay. So on every update, basically we wait 300 milliseconds, otherwise it will be very heavy on the browser. So that's okay. Okay then, sounds good. Then yeah, some TypeScript props, the root here, validates custom receipt text length. Okay, so that was my one of my comments from the previous PR. There is a dedicated length validator for this. We should not define custom validators when there are already generic ones available. JSON data accessors, I think it makes sense. This is not something that's going to be existing for a lot of records, I think.
Yeah.
So we can have that as a dynamic attribute instead of a dedicated column, and we are not going to query against those anyway.
Absolutely.
So that's fine. Yeah, I remember. That was actually one of my comments. Otherwise, because it was otherwise implemented in outdated pattern. Custom view content button was already existing, I think, and now it has been moved here. So it's cleaner because we do not have to do those things anymore. This is the best. This is a legacy pattern that we're anymore. We should be migrating to this pattern moving forward. So that's what he's been doing.
Okay.
Max custom receive text length. Yeah, that was one of my comment as well.
Okay.
Basically, config we should set them on the backend and expose them to the front end, so that we do not have to maintain them in multiple places.
Got it.
So, custom receipt node the custom receipt node was already available basically as a backend method. So we were already laying the ground, and now basically he's finishing the job here. Presents, okay, so it nullifies the value if it's an empty string, which is pretty clean. Okay, product custom view, contemplated text, okay. So yeah, this is a presenter.
Okay.
Yeah, and he exposes all the rules basically to the front end here, which is great. The node simple format, okay. Receive preview initial, okay. And then yeah, we have the tests here. So I guess I will run those.
Okay.
So sounds good. So what do we have here? We need to make sure, yeah, we could define the okay, so it's not too, yeah, those are not strong comments. So I guess I'm not close it because it's pretty good. It's just some mid comments. So can you address these comments are run CI as soon as it's good? Thanks.
Awesome.
It's a pretty good pull request overall, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, looks great. Did we run CI for this PR? Or should we merge the latest main and run CI?
The thing is that we could run CI now. We can update the branch and we can improve the workflow.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe no changes are going to be needed. Yeah, maybe, well, that's in it, but it would be really great if there was a dedicated model object here, and then, yeah, this is a init, and this needs investigation. So, yeah, we can start running the CI for this. So we have this here. We have, so item. Okay, so we can do this. Sorry about that. There. Okay, so we have like and what's the PL number again? 2180. There. All right.
Awesome.
Good. Okay, so yeah, this is going to run everything over here, and I can also approve this for fix. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this one.
Awesome. So there's another request, 2249. Would you like to check that as well?
2249.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this. 2249. Yeah. Okay. Installment code for code persistence. Yeah. I've been reviewing this multiple times.
Okay.
So basically, what we have here is that for a purchase with multiple installments, the original problem is that for someone who had purchased a product with multiple installments and already paid for the first installment and then the second installment, and assuming there are like 5 of them, if in between the seller updated the product price, then it was updated for the remaining installments as well, which was not good for the buyer.
Right.
So that was the first implementation that was basically creating a snapshot for for the purchase, in order to remember the original price and the original currency and all those details, so that should the seller update the price afterwards, the remaining installments, we will remember the original price.
Okay.
So it's got really, but then we forgot one thing, is that if the purchase had an offer code, then there would have been a discount.
Okay.
And well, if the seller was updating the offer code's properties, like updating the discount percentage or the discount price, it would not remember that in the snapshot. So this pull request fixes this.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wow.
so it stores the offer code discount, turns directly in installment plan snapshots. So installment payments retain their original discounts, even if the offer code is deleted, expired, or modified. Yeah, because there were a lot of use cases. So there were previous PR attempts.
Yeah.
And basically some cases were not taken into account, like expiration or modification. And also it was storing a direct reference to the offer code. So if it was deleted, actually will not be applied at all. So the approach that I have recommended is that we needed to store directly in the snapshot the values that we needed, so that it's isolated from the rest.
Got it.
So we store the offer code data directly in the snapshot, the amount, the percentage code, the code string, the currency duration. They removed the direct reference to the original offer code, because otherwise it would break in the event it was deleted later on. Set price and rate prioritizes and snapshot data for installment payments. Okay. Yeah, and then there is the backfill service because we need two things. We need to backfill the existing snapshots that were missing the discount code information, and then we also need to backfill the purchases that were not having snapshots as well. Right. Which is now was already taken care of, but we need to do this again to make sure it's stable and highly important. A lot of tests, AI disclosure, okay, and then all the live streams. All right, so let's do this.
So, oh, seems like a huge PR, 1,800 additions. I guess it will be mostly VCR cassettes, probably.
Sorry?
I can see 1,800 line additions in this pull request. Is that?
It's true.
Is it mostly the VCR cassettes, or do we have that many lines of new code?
All right, let's check that. A lot of tests. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of VCR cassettes.
Okay.
1,000 lines for the VCR cassettes.
Okay.
So yeah. And then a lot of lines for the test. I did ask for a lot of tests, so, okay. Because it's a very critical thing. So
absolutely.
I asked the contributor to be very thorough about this.
Nice.
So okay, so we are in the installment plan snapshot mode, dedicated mode here, and then we have a lot of methods. Original code ID. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I did say that they could store the original offer code ID, but that this should not be considered a reference, or like it should not be considered a reference to another table. It's just for metadata for us for investigation later.
Right.
Code amount, cents, present. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We check basically that all that data is present in order to consider that the snapshot has an original offer code. So, yeah, that makes sense. Original offer code amount of, price cents, 0 if it doesn't have an original offer code, okay, if it's incomplete. Return original offer code amount cents if original offer code is percent. Yeah, makes sense, because it's either a percentage or an amount.
Yeah, makes sense.
And if it's a percentage, then you have to compute based on the price cents.
Right.
But curiously, it's an argument of this function. So how is it used?
Yeah, I think it's trying to calculate the total discount value, not the percentage. So we need to return the value itself in cents.
Whether it's a percentage or an amount.
Yeah.
Right? Because we know. Yeah, you're right. It's based on the price,
Yes.
we shouldn't be able to recompute this. But also, I'm not even sure this is used at all. Like, as soon as I look up for the other,
It directly goes back.
it goes to the spec. So it's not even used.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like news. Yes, we can remove it. Yeah, and also if you think about it, we shouldn't do this computation again. I think there are places in the application where we do this computation. So I believe we should reuse that. If there is a way to reuse them, yeah. Makes sense.
We shouldn't this kind of computation. Person, I'm in the middle of a live stream right now. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Mon chéri, je suis au milieu d'une interview et j'arrive dans 5 minutes. D'accord? À tout à l'heure. Yeah, I will have to log off probably soon. In a snapshot.
Emmanuel, thinking about it and finding methods that we don't use in a pull request is a bad signal, right? I mean, ideally the PR author should go through their changes thoroughly and make sure only relevant changes are there. So do you think?
I think usually we should probably close right away with the rest, which contains dead cut, because this is pretty much about practice and wastes a lot of our time. So
absolutely. Yeah, we can move on.
Yeah.
Yes.
There.
Awesome.
I think I should get going for after this one, Rashad.
Yeah.
I have plans.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we are also at 1 p.m. ET now, which is 2 hours since we started. So I think we can wrap it. What do you think?
Okay then. Well,
awesome.
We can end this together.
Great. Yeah. I think it has been a great session. So thanks to everyone tuning in. Also, thank you, Manuel. Thank you so much for doing the PR.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
And we expect to do this every week from now. Every Tuesday there will be PR reviews. And we appreciate all the contributions. So thank you so much. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye, everyone.